So, hi guys, I know we haven't been away, we have been away. Today, we're just here at the north end of Molesworth Street. Police are yet again, refusing to let the Portaloo guys through. Hi, how are ya? So, what are they wanting everyone to do? Well, they did this earlier today and they're doing it again now, where they're effectively saying they want all these roads down the end cleared for the Portaloos to get to the Portaloos that are right by this truck. So I don't know if you guys can see right there. Right behind that truck is all the Portaloos. This whole road is absolutely clear, and yet they're not going to allow the Portaloo man in. So, what are they actually wanting? What are they really wanting? So bad, right? Isn't this ridiculous? In what world are they saying that people can't go to the toilet? What are they wanting them to do? It is ridiculous. They're purposefully blackmailing the people and saying, oh, no, we're not going to allow healthy, sanitary cleaning products through to the people that can stop disease. I mean, this is ridiculous. Imagine that. Wow. Are the numbers dropping as reported? They want everyone to leave. Exactly. They want people to leave. They don't want them to exercise their right to protest. And so they're going to do it by trying to bully them whichever way they possibly can. And apparently that includes not letting them go to the loo. I mean, this is ridiculous. The protesters are not going to move. People know that until the mandates are dropped or until there's at least a really decent conversation. I mean, that's on the protesters to decide. But the reality is, Portaloos, the police have already blocked this road. As you know, they just inch further and further and further with their roadblocks along, and they do that strategically to try and close the people in, to try and squeeze them out, and they do it at all times of the morning. So 3 a.m, 6 a.m, they keep people tense and people on edge, and they keep them wound up just so that they can try and manipulate them, because they know that when people are tense and wound up and stressed, they're more likely to react. Yeah, so they did this morning, and then people were like, what are you doing? And they reopened them, and now they're doing it again now. I find this so bizarre. I'm like, if you want to look like you're reasonable, if the police are apparently the reasonable ones, and you want to look like you're reasonable, but you're blocking the Portaloos from being cleansed, and then they're going to say, oh my gosh, they're dumping sewage in the sea. It's like, well, I'm sorry, where do you want them to go? Do you want them to go on that tree? Do you want them to build a long drop? Like, is that your plan? They're not moving all of the cars because they're actually scared of the police. And I think, understandably, from what I've seen, because they're purposefully instigating them, they're purposefully trying to rile people up. Yeah, they get them to move their cars in good faith and they do a backflip, and they've done this multiple times. This is not the first instance that they've tried to pull this on the people, and now the people are getting upset and they're saying, hey, we said we'd move cars. Hi, how are you? They've said, we'll move the cars, that's all right. See how this whole street is clear? They did that, and the police just go further and further and further, closer and closer and closer, so they break the trust of the people, and now they won't even clean the toilets for them. Wow. I mean, you couldn't even make this stuff up, eh? So what do you want about toilets have been empty today? So the toilets got emptied this morning after they tried to do this the first time. Everyone complained, and then they let one of them through, and now they're doing the same thing again, where they're saying, nope, we're not going to allow any cleaning through here. So they're not going to allow any of the Portaloo cleaners through that side of the street. Well, they did, it was this, yeah. The media are doing a great job with their editing to make protesters and standbys look bad. Well, it's what the media do best, right? And that's why people are struggling to trust them anymore. That's why they don't want to listen to them anymore, because they know that it gets edited and they know that it gets cut. And that's why everyone's turning to full live streams where it doesn't matter what I say and if you disagree with it, because the reality is you can see it for yourself. Just like you can see this for yourself. So now there's a big van load of police. So are they going to let them through, or are they going to block it? Oh, it looks like they're letting him through. Oh no, maybe they're just letting the police van through. So the Portaloo man's backing up, so we'll see what they got to do. Yeah, they are playing mind games, and they do it strategically. Oh, so that's back in place. So it looks like he's got no... Hi, how are you? Looks like he's not worried at all about letting the Portaloo truck in. Hopefully he does. Oh, we'll just see. Start building long drops. Well, this is the point, right? They complain about the grounds getting dug up, but then they do things that back the people up into a corner, and these people have already lost everything. Hi, how are you going? Masking outside for safety, just in case. The Rona. I mean, wow. This was just really good timing that we're here, because we're actually here with 2 of the film crews as well. And we've just come down after a long day. Cindy's probably ordered it. No, go up to the cop and ask them what the go is. We already have. We already did, and they said no, so that's already happened. I'll ride in the church. Ooh, that's interesting. They promised the toilet truck would get through. The truck driver is the man, eh? He's just sitting there, he's chilling. My dad's on the phone being like, excuse me, are you lying to protesters again? And they wonder why people get riled up, but it's a lack of trust. Hi, how are you? It's a lack of trust that causes division within the people, because you've got to build up trust to then show that you have integrity, and if you can't do that, then you get situations like this. Now they're saying COVID in the camp. Yeah, I know. Someone asked, have you been getting threats like Zeb Jackson and stuff, and other people that have been going live? I don't know. No one's texted my phone or rung my phone with threats. However, I have 1,000 unread emails, and I hardly ever check my other messages. So if they have been trying to threaten me, I wouldn't have read it. So maybe, but yeah, but that's awful if other people have been going through that. I haven't seen anything personally. I've heard about it, but I haven't seen any like actual things about it. I haven't seen anything written. I haven't seen any threats personally. Yeah, I think there's actually another. Saw a lady walking a dog last night in Greytown with a mask on at 9:30. Hey, how are you going? Kia ora. Cool. So they've got to ring the Human Rights Commissioner.
Just don't hype it too much, because
yeah.
People are a little bit hyped up.
No, but
yeah. Don't worry what you're saying, but just wait for it. That's the game they play. Just let them play it.
Yep, absolutely. I just want people to see it in action as well. So they're waiting for the Human Rights Commissioner.
Exciting people that get a little bit vibrant, and that upsets the teen and the wider world.
Okay.
You're
Cool.
doing a good job.
Thank you. So he just said that the Human Rights Commissioner are getting a call to see if they're allowed to get the Portaloo in. I mean, this is 2022, people. So it's 2022. People are not allowed to go and get a latte. People are not allowed to go into McDonald's to use the toilet. People apparently aren't allowed to get their Portaloos cleaned because they don't agree with this passport system and the division of society. And this is where we're at. I mean, and yeah, I am frustrated at this point. I'm getting really annoyed with all of this because I think it's so ridiculous. I really do. I mean, you won't allow Portaloos? Like, why is this even a Human Rights Commissioner thing? Why is the Human Rights Commissioner involved in whether or not people get their Portaloo cleaned out? Does that not sound like the most insane thing you've ever heard? Okay. Police are saying that people have been sexually assaulted. There's been allegations, but as we've seen, there's a lot of people that are wanting to stir up allegations as well. And obviously, I'm a huge advocate for people being heard with sexual assault. I understand it, been through it, absolutely agree with that. That's not the discussion here. The discussion is whether or not these allegations are true and whether or not the media and the police are manipulating them for their own gain. And it seems if they're allegations without proof, that very much could be the case. Someone said, I get you say MSM are biased, but I've seen some, I'm not going to say those words, on Mana TV Live, and I've seen you pan away from patched gang members so quickly. I don't even know what you're talking about. I haven't really seen many patched gang members here. There's been a couple, but not many. And Te Tangata, I think it's called. Hey, how are you going? Te Tangata is not actually a gang. It's actually run by Destiny Church. And what they do is they get kids in high-risk situations and they give them little steps to try and get out of their own behaviour, and then they win, like the patch thing. And it's basically like you get into a way, way, way better space, and that's when you get to win this. And it's not like a go and hurt people and anything like that. So very different. But also, I don't try and avoid anyone unless... I have gotten more careful at it on lives recently, though, with allowing anyone to speak at any point. Some of you guys will know Robbo. We're interviewing him outside the New Zealand Rugby House. We're talking, he's going to chat with Dad about what it's like to be a father and see your kids go through the mandates, and what it's like to see people get... Oh, it was probably in my pocket. Is it scrunchy? Yeah, that was... Oh, no, that's my one. No, that must be someone else's. You keep it, hun. You drop it? Did anyone? Oh. You need a Vex pass to use the train station toilets in Wellington now. Wow. But see, even that is discrimination, isn't it? Because you're saying that the protesters are not vaccinated, and actually there's a lot of vaccinated protesters here. So then what are you trying to say? That you think that the people causing problems aren't vaccinated? But that's purely based on an assumption and not fact. Okay. If you're going to be negative in Chantel's live, then leave. I thought you were saying me. I was like, wow, I feel like this is a negative situation with Portaloos. But I realised now you weren't talking about it. Lots of people leaving, that's what the media are saying. I know of a lot of people coming in. Huh? Who's going down there? They are letting him down? Good. As they should. I was just saying how it's like ridiculous that they had to call the Human Rights Commissioner to allow Portaloos to be cleaned. Like, the Human Rights Commissioner has better things to do. We all have better things to do than sit here talking about Portaloos. It's just such a sad and ridiculous, like, caricature of 2022. You know what I mean? Like, we're living in a modern country and one of the most beautiful countries in the world. We should have some of the best human rights legislation in place, and yet this is where we're at. 100%. Anything to slow it down and anything to try and just make people feel like they've got no control, right? A one-way street that's completely blocked off to any traffic. Okay. I do notice that they've gone right up to the edge of the church right here. They've moved the blocks further in. Now, that church has actually been really lovely. They've said that everyone is allowed to camp there. They've let people use the toilets. Yeah, they've been really, really kind. They're kind of advocating what God's love is all about, that church. But we can't say that about all of them. Yeah, someone talked to the police yesterday about Portaloos coming and getting cleaned, and they also talked to them today about the Portaloos coming and getting cleaned. Are they going to need to go through this each time regarding the Portaloos? Apparently. Hi, how are you, love?
Hi. I haven't met you before.
That's alright. I feel like I know everyone. Yeah. Nice, eh?
Are we?
Well, that's a good point, right? Are they going to let them in? We're not sure. So apparently so, but it seems like an awfully long conversation to get a Portaloo in. Yeah. Well, I think it's a health and safety risk. Because if you're not actually going to allow the Portaloos to be cleaned and people are using them, the risk of infection is so much higher. It's really...
So you've been used to it down.
Oh, do you want to say that on camera? All right. What's your name?
Hi there. My name's Andrew Robertson. I've run a business in Auckland for the last 20 years, but I also pastor a church up in Auckland. And so I'm just watching here how they're manipulating the facts with... They've put out a story in the news last week that this place is full of feces and the protesters are full of the grounds are full of crap, which is actually not true. The place is clean as a whistle. So I was watching people sanitising the footpaths earlier today. But right here you've got a Portaloo truck that's trying to go in and empty all the Portaloos, but the media and the government are obviously got a little sneaky plan where they want to get poos all over the street and everywhere, and then they can report it. They'll have 1 million reporters there taking photos of the poos and everything else. And so what you've got is mass manipulation of our nation because there's powers behind the scenes that are scared of losing control. And we're just praying that God will deliver our nation from evil.
Someone said that, someone said, this would be great footage to send overseas. Police standoff with a Portaloo. I mean, that would be a good image, wouldn't it? Do you think it's that they want to see, like, excrement in the streets, or do you think it's that they just really desperately want all the cars gone, so they're going to use whatever means necessary to manipulate the people to get that to happen?
I think they want both.
Yeah.
I think they want both because they want desperately... They lost control of the narrative because of this awesome lady right here. She had 1 million views on the 10th of February to do with, and probably more now. She had 1 million views, and she took control of the narrative and showed the people of this nation that the police were actually overstepping the realms of their authority, and that they were brutally beating up on people, breaking the lines and pulling people through the lines, and people could see it for themselves that the media has been lying. And so I just want to say, you know, we're thankful for what Chantel's been doing and what her dad's been doing and others are doing, and before we have none.
Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree more. And thank you for your kindness. Hi. Okay, well, we are still live. Yeah, what were you saying?
Do you know of 2 people that have got COVID in the
I've heard about it. They haven't said who they are and if they're protesters or whatnot.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
I bet they have. They said that they are protesters. Okay. Well, see, I haven't caught up really much on today's news, but I'll go and have a look and then I'll be able to comment more on it. Yeah. I mean, I'm very surprised if protesters... Yeah. If they actually went... Well, if they went and got tested, it would be very interesting. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't get tested. That's not what I mean by that. I'm just saying I'd be surprised if they did, which I think most people who have followed this protest can probably agree with. All right, we are about to go and do this interview. I will update you on the Portaloo situation as it happens. And like you said, Portaloo versus police. Potty versus police? I don't know. You make up your caption. Either way, ridiculous stuff. Hey guys, I'm here with everyone's new bestie, Megan. And we wanted to jump on because we didn't want a repeat of what happened the other day. And there's been people that have been in touch with the police, and the police have said that they are coming at 10 o'clock tonight to take Hill Street. Now, if you can see where we are, we're up in that big house thingy beside Parliament. So that's Parliament there, that's the row of police, and that's the tenting. So Hill Street is that one right there along that edge where it goes to the Portaloos at the top of the hill.
Above Molesworth.
Above Molesworth. So that's where they're coming. They said they'll come at 10 o'clock.
It's an hour away.
Turn off me. Sorry, that's people blowing the shofar, by the way. I'll show you. Shofar like these. See, that's what they're doing. But we don't want people not knowing about it, because we don't want what happened the other day where people didn't know. So apparently that's what the police have said. It is up to people what they want to do. We've said this before. Everyone's accountable for their own actions over the space of this last 2 weeks. So yeah, so do what you want with that information. But 10 o'clock tonight, apparently the police are coming to take Hill Street. If they don't take it, that's obviously a decision that they've decided to make. Or if they don't try to come and push aggression on people, that's up to them. And the reason I say push aggression is because everyone is just literally standing around until the police come and try and push, then there is aggression. But until that point, they're just standing around. It's not like everyone's naturally fighting or being aggressive or anything like that whatsoever. But I wanted Megan to talk a little bit about, we're 2 weeks in, right? We've been here since day dot. 2 weeks in, and mentally it is tough. It's really, really hard because you're getting that constant aggression from Trevor Mallard. Well, aggression's probably not the right word. That constant heightened state. Yeah, that's the better word.
Yeah, it's psychological torture that we're going through with the sound of Trevor Mallard constantly making his announcements. We don't know when those announcements are going to happen, but they happen throughout the night.
Yeah.
And so this is just, it's something that is a trigger for us. It's making us feel on edge. Lots of the people we've spoken to today have been just feeling really run down, exhausted. So come, be peaceful if you want to come. It's about being peaceful and sending peace and love and supporting each other. As you've said, being accountable for your own actions and your decisions. And of course, if you see anybody behaving in a way that's not full of peace and love, then it's our job to call that out. Because Thursday the 10th of February, when we saw the police use violence against peaceful protesters, against us, it was powerful because we didn't react. Even though they pushed and punched and kicked, we still stayed peaceful. So please, if you're coming to Hill Street tonight, it's only an hour away.
The most powerful thing you can do is be calm.
Be caring, be calm. Chant peace and love with us, and stay peaceful. And that's also going to help our own energy and help us to feel better about what we're doing. We don't need that adrenaline going. And
something that I found really interesting has been, and I showed it as well. Was it yesterday? I don't even know. I've lost track of what time means anymore. But was when we saw a whole line of men with their backs towards the police, holding tight, staying calm. I'm pretty sure it was just yesterday. And the reason why it felt so powerful to me is because I was looking at them and I was going, man, they are 2 weeks in. They've been sprayed with water. They've had the mental, psychological torture of the constant music, the constant sounds, the constant being on edge. And it's even things like with the police timing coming in at all different times, right? So it's been 3 a.m. and then 6 a.m. and then 4 o'clock the next day. And all of that keeps people in this psychological bracket where you're so on edge and you're so wound up and you're just worried. And it's that constant state of fear of like, what's going to happen next? Are people going to get hurt? Is it one of my friends? Like, how do we protect people? How do you look after each other? And it is so mentally tiring, and it's just really sad to see all the people that we love going through this on a constant state. And it was so funny, there was a little thing that happened earlier where we were at the train station. And we're at the train station, and they did an announcement being like, everyone must wear masks, rah, rah, rah. And all of us that were talking in our little group got a big jump and a big fright. And it's just because when we've heard these announcements, like this big loud noise, in the past it's meant something really bad is going to happen. And so it's little stuff like that that people don't realise. When it's been 2 weeks and people have been on site every day for 2 weeks, and now they're trying to stop access to things like the portaloos, or they're making it really difficult, and they're making people's energy get tense over something as small as a portaloo, and then they're putting blockades in place and moving in closer and closer and closer. All of that is a real negative thing for people's mental health and for people's mental energy. And so then it makes it more and more difficult for protesters to stay peaceful and for protesters to stay quiet and calm and loving when they're under so much pressure. So I would just say, if you know anyone that's here, hi Carl, how are you?
Oh, pretty good.
This is Carl, guys. He's lovely. He
Working
cracks me up.
hard.
Yeah, so if you know anyone that's here, just encourage them, send them messages of encouragement, tell them that you love them, tell them to get a mental break when they can, go for a walk, go for a swim in the sea, just anything to try and look after yourself and look after your mental space, because it's hard. And obviously going into the stuff at 10 o'clock tonight, we're all worried. Everyone's on edge again because you don't want to see one of your friends and someone that you care about get hurt. So that's what we're hoping won't happen tonight, right?
Yes, exactly. And just to keep in mind that there are people arriving every day from around New Zealand. I've got friends that have flown in just an hour ago from Christchurch. I know some friends that arrived from Taranaki, from Nelson today. So people are coming. We have more people here. And they can bring that energy that we need to keep us going. So, let's work together to make sure we share that love for each other.
Right. Meg's being a mental health nurse, what do you think would be some of the best ways for people to keep up their spirits tonight and tomorrow?
I think first of all we need to be breathing. So when we hear coming up to Hill Street for 10 p.m. police coming in, make sure you take a second and actually take 3 deep breaths. Open up your chest, have a breath, breathe out, just take your time to do that, and just remember why we're here. You're not alone. There's tons of us all here working together. And like what you said yesterday, going just before even, just going for a swim tomorrow, making sure that you take time out. If you don't feel like you can come along to this, then you need to trust yourself, trust your intuition, have a break, check in with each other and make sure that we're supporting each other.
Awesome. I would say as well, when you look at keeping spirits up, music is a really big part of that, and happiness and joy. So if you've got something that you can do to make someone a little bit happier tonight or tomorrow, and if you've got some music you can play, anything like that, just to keep people, look at these lovely ladies singing songs down here, this is so cool. Anything that you can do to help bring up a little bit of love, a little bit of energy and a little bit of happiness would be really appreciated.
Bring down your acoustic guitar.
Acoustic guitar, yes!
Maybe
an amp. Yeah, get some tunes going, because nothing makes the heart happier than a little bit of music. All right, thanks guys, we love you. But good luck, stay safe, and we're going to be here making sure we can capture every moment of it. All right. Apparently there's another whole convoy arriving right now. Wow. Did anyone know this was coming in? I had no idea. Right when people's spirits are low, right when the spirits are low, the people are like, you know what? We've still had enough government. We're still tired of it. We're still going to keep fighting. Wow. Everyone's cheering. I was so worried about everyone tonight. There's a whole convoy arriving. No. Hey, no, you don't swear at them. You don't swear at them. Yeah, no, don't swear at people. Yeah. police are running in. Oh, no, guys. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm gonna come back. The police are now barricading more of the convoy from getting in. Hi, doggo. Come here, sweetie. It's okay. Come here. I've got someone's dog. Is this your dog? Sorry, we just got a dog. We just got a dog out of the way. Whoa. Nah, don't. So the cars are just going through. Whoa! Is everyone safe? So the whole convoy's arrived. Apparently people moved the bollards. I didn't even know that any of this was going on. The camper's gone past. They just went. Hi, how are you? Oh, sorry. Man, I don't even. Where did all those people come from? Oh. Guys, get the. Okay. So people are ushering people in. They're flying the white flag. Now keep in mind, if these people do go in here, they're not blocking anyone because the street's already blocked off by these big bollards. So they're just driving in, but it definitely gave everyone a shock. I think it gave people a shock and the police. So they're telling all the people to fall back. They've got the decks to the police, they're linking up. Oh, some of these police are tiny.
I'll get tipped off about this one.
Okay. Yeah, no one knew about this, eh? Did you guys know?
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, I had no idea. Hi, how are you?
Peace and love.
They're saying peace and love. Oh, sorry. Is the dog safe? The dog's safe, good. Whoa. So it's a mixture of you serve us and peace and love. Well, nothing violent happened as much as I could see. I didn't see anyone get hurt. Hi.
Did all the cars get in? Did you get in?
I think so. I don't know. Hi. I didn't even know that anyone was arriving. I just heard people yelling.
2 minutes ago. I think they're from the stadium.
They're from the stadium. Okay. So what happened, guys? Okay. So apparently I had heard a rumour of that, but I didn't think it was actually true. But it's really hard to know what's true and what's not. So see, there's a big line between protesters. The protesters are not running towards the police.
Peace and love. Peace and love. No, peace.
Okay.
Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love. Peace and love.
So there's a big barricade. So not barricade, but there's a big gap, obviously, between the people and police. There's a lot more people and not very many police. So that just tells me maybe there was nothing for 10 o'clock. I don't know, but there definitely wasn't enough people up there. So there's a few convoy getting in around the back, apparently. So Sky Stadium, where a whole lot of people are staying, they had just said that everyone was going to start getting charged because they had been offered up free for the protesters. So they were going to start charging everyone to be there. And so the people obviously decided they didn't want to pay for it.
Peace and love.
Yeah, I agree. Look after the good police officers, absolutely. So there's a lot of smaller girls in that police lineup, and we don't want anyone getting hurt. Even bigger, it doesn't matter what size you are, or girl or boy, no one should ever get hurt. Okay, someone said yes, they left in the car park.
You're doing awesome.
Okay.
Keep it going. They have no right to come any further. Please stand
Well,
up.
I mean, it's not necessarily fully accurate, but
Hold on, guys.
there's more coming in. Flip, where from? They must be from this lower end. Okay, hold up. I'm going to try and go across the road for you guys to see. There's more coming in. I don't know what they mean by... They probably mean more police or more cars. I don't know. I'm just going to run up here. Okay. Oh, it's a lot more police. There we go. Obviously... Ow. So I don't think there's any... These don't look like convoyers. Okay, so building a line along here to stop cars getting in. So everyone's just chilling. They're singing Love and Peace, which is nice. Making sure they sing Love and Peace. Oh, I mean, there's blockades here, so no one can get in this way. I think they just need to be probably tight up that end, if anything. Hey. A whole lot of us there. Someone said some of these people lost their jobs and homes and all you're worried about is a school. Like, come on, having a roof over your head and reliable income is more important than a school closing for a few days. Yeah, Sophie, I understand that. So many people here have lost their jobs. A lot of them are doctors. There have been surgeons. There have been people that were told they had to get the jab to go in for heart surgery, even after they were told by Ashley Bloomfield, who's our Ministry of Health dude. Is that right? Ministry of Health dude. I'm so tired. That it can cause heart problems. So people have been through a lot in this crowd. Like I said earlier in the live, they're 2 weeks in. They're exhausted. They're tired. Lord Jesus, thank you. Thank you for what you're saying. Thank you for the peace. Okay, and then it was all silent. So the people are being pretty quiet, pretty chill. Nice. They're screaming love and peace pretty loud, eh? Yeah, get them to So, everyone is pretty tired. Disengage. This dude has got a really soft voice.
It's not graded at all for doing this most of the day.
It's alright, I'm gonna hop off this big block. Far out. Oh, well, we will see what is to come, my lovely people. Everyone's safe tonight. No one got hurt. No one got arrested. The police officers are all fine. The doggos are all fine, which is such a good priority. One doggo ran under our legs, and thank goodness Megan went and grabbed it. We had it cuddling it, making sure it was okay. Ow. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good.
You were reporting the other day, weren't you?
Yeah.
I'm surprised because it's like, you don't have a mask, and it's like, Jesus, man, there must be one of us.
I'd definitely say I'm more freedom
Like
friendly,
your face is
eh?
like a pretty lady standing with us.
Just with the big cameras, eh? Everyone thinks that we're real, that we're not real, we're
Before
mainstream.
you go,
Yeah.
what is your take?
What is I'm live. Yeah, we're live. We got 7,000 live. Say hi. What's your name?
I'm Roddy.
Ronnie?
Roddy.
Sorry. I'm trying to zoom out, Roddy, but my fingers won't work.
Keep the peace as much as I possibly can.
Right,
That's all it is. It's all about the peace.
Keep the peace. Say.
Yeah.
Cool. What's your take on what just happened with the convoy rolling in?
Well, I suppose the more support, the better, right? Of course, but in their jurisdiction, I'm saying we got like kind of like a ground. So they're on this side and we're on this side, so we kind of got to respect that so we can contain it rather than just keep forcing it at each other. You know what I mean? Like.
So how do you feel about the bollards being moved in on the people?
Well, I can understand what they're doing because of the whole traffic situation. Like mainstream traffic, so I can understand that. So I can respect that. This is not so much over here, so I can understand that. We gotta keep going till we get what we need, right? Right.
What is what you need? What do you think?
Well, free will. It's not free will if you're going to be forced to do something when you... Come on, everyone's got a chance, you know? Like, let me have a chance to say, I was going to be vaccinated, but then mandates came along, and I said, no. It feels like it's forced on you, right? Right? So, no. I mean, everybody feels the same way here.
Yeah, that's why they're all here, right?
Thank you so much.
Hey, how are you going?
How you doing?
Good. Do you want to say what you think about all of this? We're just live at the moment.
Oh, g'day guys. Isn't this crazy country we're living in right now, eh? Yeah, that's all I can say, really.
What do you think about the convoy that just came in and the police and everything? What's your take on it?
Well, I guess they're trying their hardest to do what they think they have to do, just as we're doing what we think we have to do. What about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I was shocked. I didn't even know that they were coming in or anything. I hadn't really heard about it. So people started yelling and I was like, whoa! Oh, Ashley! How are you, love? Hi. Oh. Team, this is beautiful Ashley. Isn't she stunning? So Ashley, you guys will know, and was Rory's fiance, still is in the heart, yeah. Beautiful girl, and she's just been here since yesterday. And you got to talk to the Human Rights Commission, right, yesterday?
Yeah, it was a big day yesterday. Quite successful, yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool, that's so exciting. What's your take on what just happened with the police and stuff?
I was actually just about to sleep down the road, so I've only got here like 2 minutes ago.
Keeping Ashley.
Oh, really?
I'm just looking after my little sister.
Oh, I love that. Nice, yeah. Everyone needs a hipper, right? Everyone needs a bodyguard.
Everyone needs a hipper, yeah.
All right, team. So for now, everyone's chill. The police are safe, everyone's safe, no one's hurt, no one's injured, and there's just been some cars that have gone back into the area that they were previously in. And that's about it. Bollards were moved, so we'll see what they have to say about that. But at the end of the day, they've only gone back in, and as you can see, it's still nowhere near as full as it used to be. So that's the story for tonight. Good luck. We'll stay tuned, and feels like we're going to have a long night tonight. Alright, so a lot of you guys were live with me before when we saw, well, we didn't actually see any of the people move the bollards, but they obviously had moved them to get cars in, and now... sorry.
Jacob's just up there.
Jacob's up there. Oh, hey honey. Babe, be careful, you don't want to be in the way. Honey, move back. No. Just move back with the camera. Jacob, move. Jacob, move. What an iconic picture, eh? Look at that. Upside down flag, the peace flag, and a big old forklift with some barricades. Yeah. We just want everyone to be safe. No one needs to get hurt tonight. Not police, not people, nobody. Okay, so they're going to move some of the bollards forward, I'm guessing. Oh, someone hung a flag on it. Okay. I wonder if they'll be blocking the road sideways, maybe? I don't know.
Let the cops do their job.
So there's one barricade there, so they might be making a few barricades. You guys would have seen a lot of the pallets. They got taken off pallets, I think, by police to make it harder to move. But apparently some people pushed it with their hands. So that's impressive because far out that looks heavy. I swear some of these people are not much taller than me, which is wild because I am a midget. Oh, here we are. Okay, so they're going to move it back and place it where they missed one. You missed the last live. What's going on? Well, let me show you. Oh, gosh. I hate climbing on these things. Ouch. I'm so short that no one can see anything. So, the people moved one of these, apparently. I don't know what time or when, I didn't see it, but they moved one, and a whole lot of the people that had been told they could no longer park at Sky by the police. Well, not they couldn't park in there, but it wouldn't be free anymore. Okay, so the police are going to move the people. Whoa, they're pushing the cameras. It's alright, the people knew this was going to happen. It's alright. Everyone's chill. Police are chill. There's just a little bit of pushing. He's singing peace and love still. The 4 minutes moving some blocks in. Jacob's here with his massive ass camera. Right, I might go back so I can go. Oh. I might just see if I can get back on that thing. Sorry, guys. Excuse me, so sorry. Sorry, hi. So sorry. Excuse me. Would you mind giving me a boost? Is that okay? Sorry. Oh, cheers. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Sorry, this lovely guy. She's giving me a boost. Oh, gosh. Woo. I'm just wanting to be able to show a bird's eye view. Hey. Oh, yeah. So they moved the bollard back into place. People are clapping and cheering. I think it had to be the most calm move that I've ever seen, actually, by people. It had to be the most peaceful one that I've seen. They're under duress and stress. What does upside down flag mean? Yeah. I don't think the police were inciting violence then. They were just moving people because they had to put the blockade back in, which the people would like know has to happen. So the reason why the other convoy came back in, guys, is because the police had said that they would open up parking at Sky Stadium, the Cake Tin, for protesters to get them off the streets, and so people went and parked there. And then the police today announced that they wouldn't be paying, it wouldn't be free anymore, so then people would have to pay for it. And so the people moved the blockade and came back in. Yeah. And the police had said that they would open up that parking for them, so they hadn't given a time limit on it. But yeah, they had been told that. Why move them at 10 p.m. at night? Why did they have to do it at 10 p.m? The people just did it, I don't know, maybe cause. But we had been told by police that they were going to be moving in down Hill Street. And apparently there's a truck parked there, and they said that they would move that truck, you know, and damage it if they had to move it. So that's what they've said. But that hasn't been recorded, so we don't have the evidence that that's what they said. But that's what was said, that's what was told, so we let everyone know. Me and Megs in our live before told everyone, because we just didn't want a situation like the other day when no one knew and then people freaked out at 3 a.m. and, you know, and caused worry. So it's not what we're about. The Portaloo man, did he get in? Yes! Potty over police won. He got in. But again, it's just a silly situation, right? Like, they rang the Human Rights Commission and all this stuff went on before the Portaloo man could come in and clean the Portaloos. I mean, this is why I said in that live, I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's not even the fact that it had to take so long for a Portaloo to go in and get cleaned, but it's just ridiculous that that's even a conversation in 2022 in a modern country, in a first world country, that they're questioning if Portaloos are allowed to be cleaned. It's like, geez. And if people had dug up long drops, I mean, I'm sure that would be a much worse look and atmosphere for all involved. Everyone's giving you congratulations and thanking the cops. So it was all peaceful. Huh? That was epic. Did you guys know that the convoy was coming in? Because you did? See, I had no idea. I just heard people cheering. Yeah.
Sorry. But that was moved by a scrum pack of about 15, 20 people.
Wow. I mean, that's actually physically impressive, because that thing is heavy. Oh no, you're right, babe. You're not on camera, but if you want to be, give me a little dance. No? Darn it. 2.5 tons. Whoa. Flip.
Hey, we need to change
Alrighty. So, police have put their blockade back in place. Everything's chill, everything's relaxed. There are a lot of police because a convoy came, and go and check my last live out and you'll see it. But a convoy came down here, there's a whole lot of cars, and people moved the blockade. Not there, no, they moved one of these blocks, they must have moved it earlier, and a whole lot of cars came in here. So my sound effects. I'm not tired, but I'm giving you sound effects. So they came all in here, and there was heaps of them. And I know from talking to people tonight that the energy around camp had been a little bit sluggish. I know we talked earlier about people's mental health at the moment and how hard it has been for everyone at the moment. So yeah, seems like a lot of people are clapping and cheering. Haven't seen that in a while.
What do you think we need?
Hey babe, I'm good. How are you, lovely? So sitting in my little spot, because I'm a midget. Yeah, whenever there's like two dudes, I'm like, darn it, I'm too short again. What was that? A cherry picker? Oh my gosh, imagine that. Oh my gosh, the ego of that, eh? It's like, here's Chantal and her giant cherry picker. Oh, cop cars racing past. That's just where they're going. Alright. Yes, thank you so much. If I could just, actually, if I could give you that would be wonderful, and then I should be alright. Oh, thank you. Cheers. Oh gosh, sorry guys. I flipped the camera upside down. Have the loos been moved from the stadium? I actually don't know. I haven't been to the stadium in a while. Hi. I could probably go down and have a look and let you guys know, or I'm sure someone might be watching this in the stadium and just tell us, to be honest. How's the food situation, Chantal? Is more needed? There's a lot of people here, so more food is always needed. And I would say probably food that isn't sausages, because I know after 2 weeks of sausages, it's probably not super great for anybody's digestive system. And if people are better fed, then they're obviously calmer and happier, which is what it's all about. Alright guys, I'm going to jump on this live. We'll be back later, but I just wanted to finish with this t-shirt because #freedoms, I think. Pretty cool. Oh wait! Also, I've just been told apparently there's going to be a march in Christchurch. Gosh, I don't know if it's a Friday or Saturday. Sorry guys, I can't actually think right now what I've read. Someone sent it to me before. But there's been heaps and heaps of unity marches and sit-ins around the nation, around New Zealand. So Picton have been doing a beautiful job there, just sitting in peacefully and calmly. So shout out to everyone in Picton, because I know you guys have been sitting here as long as everyone in Wellington. And yeah, and there's just a wee group of people there just standing in solidarity. And all around the country, actually. People have been sending me the most amazing images. If you want to go and see if there's anyone near you, you can jump onto my Facebook. I think it is maybe the 5th. I'm saying that pretty loosely. Maybe the 5th one down, the 5th post down, that you'll find people's images of everyone that's camping out and protesting up and down the country. Pretty unified effort. I haven't seen many protests up and down the country like this. All right, we're going to wrap up on this doggo because you're the cutest thing I've ever seen. Oh my gosh. Hi. He's bolshy. You're an aggressive man. He's that aggressive guy in the club, eh? He's like, hey. And you're so cute. All right, we'll talk soon, guys. Bye. Someone said, oh wait, before I go, sorry. Someone said some of the police are probably internally cheering. Good on you guys for getting through what we were made to do. There have been a lot of conversations that have been had with police where they've said, hey, thank you guys for what you're doing, because mandates affect them too. It affects their kids, it affects their work, it affects them being able to go out with certain friends, the whole lot. So standing up for everyone, team. Everyone needs to remember that.
Hey guys, it's Megan here on Chantal's live stream. Just letting you know, I've come up to the top of Hill Street to have a look at what's going on. We've got tons and tons of people here standing peacefully for freedom. We've had the police are here and everyone's staying strong and peacefully, except there is one agitator who's gone up. Obviously none of us are behaving aggressively, so she did head up there to try and start something, and we have all stopped her. Her behaviour was totally unacceptable, and our peaceful crowd stopped her from her aggressive, unacceptable behaviour, and we've just been singing the national anthem. Te Aroha, sorry. Sorry guys, been in Melbourne too long, I forget what's going on.
She possibly could be a paid instigator. We don't know. We know they are here.
Yeah, we do know these guys. Some of these guys are being paid to be here.
So yeah, she went up the fence line to try get at the police. I guess to try and make us follow her, but
no one followed.
We didn't follow, and
everyone stayed singing.
The security, the only people that moved was security to go get her to stop her.
Yeah,
and they did. So, good work, whānau.
Go ahead.
Hi.
How
going? My friend's watching.
Watching you talk.
And now she's watching me watching.
Okay, that's too many layers. It's too weird. That was really awesome work from everybody just there. So what's happening is a lot of people have come up to the top of the hill where we asked. We did hear that the police were going to try and move some cement blocks. They're going to try and move them in on us. We were up here when we heard the situation happening down at the bottom of the hill, where our guys have managed to get a bunch more cars back in on site. And so once that was all over, I've popped up here. And everybody...
Push back a bit, we've got enough.
Right, they're asking us to just stand behind the line, hold the line back here. And it was great, so I got up here and I could see everyone just standing here holding the line together with a big gap between us and the police. The police did start retreating, and while they were retreating and we didn't follow them, there was one agitator that tried to get everyone to follow her up there. The only people that went with her were our security people, who are here to keep the peace as well. We tried to rationalise with her, but she was obviously intent upon inciting some aggression, but none of us would have any of it, and our security staff stopped her. She did assault one of our security staff, but we stayed here peacefully and have removed her. We're not going to tolerate any aggression from the people in this community. So if you're here to just incite violence and get aggressive, we will stop you. But it's not what we're about. We can only win this. We can only get our freedom back if we keep doing what was done on Thursday the 10th when we saw all that police brutality. And we saw all that police brutality and we stayed peaceful, despite seeing children getting their heads planked on top of and everything else. So hi. Lots of people have arrived today. I've got quite a few friends that have arrived from Christchurch and Nelson and Taranaki. Naiwi, ta 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 ta. The vibe here, guys, is beautiful. Ta 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 ta. Ta 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 ta. Ta ta ta. Hello. How's it going, Alison, Morty? Hi. How good was that? Everyone just stayed really peaceful, even though there was that woman agitating. Oh, you guys are live streaming too. Excellent. Awesome job, you guys. Thank you as well. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you guys are here. Keeping everything peaceful. Yeah, because that's how we're going to win this. I'm just saying, I'm just on live on Chantel's page. And what we're here, I think with Chantel Baker's page, it's Megan. How you going? Hi. Just seeing how nice it is to come up here and everyone just stays peaceful. Even though there's one agitator in the crowd, none of us had any of it. We just stayed peaceful because that's how we won on Thursday the 10th when we saw all that violence. We just stayed peaceful. Yep. That's why it's great to have these guys here with their, with the guitars and singing, and with you guys doing your chanting and singing. It's beautiful. Yeah. This is the Yes. Yeah. Well, that's why I love it. The energy here is so much better than it has been the last couple of days. Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah. So we need to get more of that song going. More songs happening on the main stage that are just peaceful. changing the vibration, getting us all connected to that peaceful place, the divine.
Yeah, the supreme being, Vishnu, who's all pervading and the source of all living entities.
I want to see more of that. Oh, well, have a good night.
Thank you for your leadership.
Oh, thanks.
And may Lord Krishna bless you for your service.
Thanks very much. I feel like, I'm really lucky to be part of this and to be here to help everyone. Be here too. Thanks. Good night. Thank you. And so check it out at the front line. We've got people here waving white flags. That's, pretty symbolic of do not attack us. We are peaceful. Ah, Joe's here again. Did you see what just happened?
Yeah, they sort of came down and then they started going back. So they're standing off there, I don't know what for.
They actually retreated, I don't know, I'm not very good with distance, but they retreated, 10 metres. But it was interesting because one of the people in our crowd with a yellow vest on went up there to keep screaming at them and keep, to bring in a whole lot of agitation, and none of us took any of that kind of behaviour. And our security just went in and tried to calm her down, and she ended up assaulting one of us. There's going to be, aggressive people in any crowd. Our job here is to keep peaceful, to keep spreading love and pointing out when someone's behaviour is not okay. So that's why we're here. So in Hill Street in Wellington, above Parliament. Hi, Regan.
It's motivating to
They were freaking.
Alright guys, well, I'm going to just turn off now. There's nothing else much happening. We're just chilling out here peacefully. So, good, how are you? Hopefully nothing else happens tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.